Hi everyone, welcome back to Animated Stories TV. Today we're going to discuss the movie Stand By Me Doraemon 2, released in the year 2020. Let us go through some highlights of the movie to have an overview. Movie synopsis. The film continues 15 years in the future from the present. Future Nobita, John, Sunio, and Dekasuji wrap up their bachelor party at John's place. Sunio and John are both drunk, except for Dekasuji and Nobita. Nobita is ready to return home. The trio can't wait to see Nobita finally marry Shizuka the next day as he drives back home. However, Nobita appears unhappy and stares out the scooter window, missing his longtime childhood friend, Doraemon. The plot continues from the first film, with Nobita telling Doraemon that he wishes to return to the present day because he misses present Shizuka. At present, on August 7th, which is Nobita's birthday, Tamako shouts at him for a failed test paper she had found. Nobita is upset about this event and runs to his room crying to talk to Doraemon to help him hide his remaining test papers. He finds Doraemon standing on the ceiling with the help of gravity glue and arranging his gadgets. Nobita's mom calls after him and is heading upstairs to tell him to go grocery shopping. Doraemon and Nobita panic to hide the test papers and they stick to the ceiling with gravity glue where Nobita finds a teddy bear on the rack. Nobita explains that his grandmother fixed it when he was young, and reveals that his grandmother passed away when he was in kindergarten. He goes to his closet and finds his grandmother's album, reminiscing the past good times with his grandmother. He breaks into tears and demands to see his grandmother once again. So he and Doraemon travel back 7 years to the past to see his deceased grandmother for the last time. They succeed in finding Nobita's grandmother and see Shizuka consoling young Nobita after being bullied by John and Sunio. Grandma says that she wishes to see Nobita joining a school, which Nobita fulfills by bringing his school bag and showing it to Grandma, wearing it. Grandma then expressed her last wish to see Nobita's bride. Nobita promises her that he will show his bride to Grandma. He asks Doraemon, for which Doraemon says that it is not certain whether Nobita will marry Shizuka or not. They check the time TV and see that future Nobita is late for his marriage and is nowhere to be found. Sunio concludes that Nobita has lost confidence, so he ran away, which Shizuka denies, though Sunio's guess was correct. Doraemon and Nobita go to the future after bidding goodbye to Grandma. Doraemon and Nobita wait for future Nobita to show up, but he doesn't, so younger Nobita becomes an adult using time cloth, and Nobita takes adult Nobita's place at the wedding ceremony. Doraemon shrinks his size with the help of small light and follows them to the venue. Seeing present Nobita petrified at the wedding altar with Shizuka, Doraemon guides him on how to handle it calmly. Nobita's teeth start to grind. He is almost unconscious when the priest asks whether he swears to marry Shizuka. He doesn't answer, so Doraemon blows in Nobita's ear to bring him back to his senses. However, when the priest says, "You may now kiss the bride," present Nobita blushes and falls. Their friends and family gather at the top floor. Present Nobita is enjoying the food and says that he has never eaten such delicious food before. Shizuka giggles at him. Doraemon tells him to control himself so people won't notice something suspicious, including his bride. The female announcer then tells everyone to watch Nobita and Shizuka cut the wedding cake and tells them that the cake will be made live and asks everyone to watch the process of the cake being made. When the wedding cake finally emerges, they start cutting it while their friends take pictures of them. During the wedding, future Dekasuji, who is on the moon, sends a congratulation message in a hologram. Their former elementary sensei makes a speech for Nobita about his failing tests and takes a group photo of his friends and him. The announcers, at the wedding ask Nobita to make a speech. Nobita tries to make a speech but is not able to, because he is 14 years younger at that time, so Doraemon warns him that Shizuka is getting suspicious. With that in mind, Nobita decides to leave the ceremony so Shizuka won't grow suspicious. Meanwhile, John takes on the stage to sing in front of everybody at the wedding while waiting for Nobita to come back. After leaving the wedding ceremony, they rush down the escalator to leave the hotel. While they leaving, a man on the escalator stares at them in suspicion. They begin searching for future Nobita, but they don't get any lead for a long time. So Doraemon suggests Nobita that they can use the searching cane to find him. He searches for the gadget in his pocket but doesn't find it there. He tells Nobita that he might have left it at home in present time because they came in a hurry and at that time he was inspecting his gadgets. They decide to go back in their time and bring the gadgets with them, but they find the time machine missing from the spot. Doraemon gets mad that the future Nobita took the time machine and went away. Doraemon uses the Soul Slipper gadget to send Nobita's soul to a different age. He sends Nobita's soul to the time they came from so he can bring the time machine to the future. Back in the present, they find future Nobita hanging in the sandlot, so present Nobita and Doraemon carry him into the Nobi residence. They question him why he failed to show up at the wedding ceremony, and future Nobita explains that he feels that Shizuka accepted his proposal only because she feels sorry for him and that he needs time to think. With that in mind, Doraemon uses Time TV to show what would happen a year later if future Nobita did not return to his timeline, and it shows Shizuka sadly waiting for Nobita's return, much to future Nobita's despair. With future and present Nobita's bodies having switched places using a substitution rope, a gadget from the future departmental store, he goes outside to play baseball with John and Sunio. Present Nobita in his future body and Doraemon watch his grown-up version playing, hiding in a utility pole. John and Sunio lose the game due to future Nobita acting as back when he was a kid, on purpose, and Doraemon realizes that grown-up Nobita will never improve his baseball skills. Heading back home through the window, they see a robot Nakamiguro on the floor waiting for them to return the product that Doraemon bought earlier, but he tells him that he has to wait because of the present and future Nobita switched bodies about an hour ago. This causes Nakamiguro to panic, saying if they don't switch back to their original bodies in 1 hour, they would lose their memories. Doraemon and Nobita use their take-copter to find future Nobita in mid-air, using a missing person stick, then go all the way up into the air. Future Nobita escapes from John and Sunio, then bumps into a group of middle school thugs who demand money from him. However, due to a 2,000 yen bill being from the future, they think it is fake. Future Nobita attempts to make his getaway by stealing a nearby scooter, and the thugs start chasing him. Unfortunately, he sees a 10-year-old Shizuka passing by and crashes into the fields, and the thugs find him there to beat him up. Shizuka, who was following them, tells the thugs to leave Nobita alone. When they turn to Shizuka, future Nobita tells her to run and fights them in an attempt to be her hero. Meanwhile, John and Sunio come to the rescue and tell them that nobody can bully Nobita except them. The thugs, having been beaten up, walk away. Shizuka hugs him and scolds him for making her worry. As Shizuka treats his wounds, future Nobita passes out, horrifying his friends. Meanwhile, present Nobita is having a hard time keeping up and he passes out as well, horrifying Doraemon. He uses the Anywhere door to bring him to Nobita's future self to switch back before their memories fade. Both Doraemon and Shizuka start crying for him. As they both wake up, Shizuka hugs present Nobita, telling him there was no reason to push himself too hard and he should be just the way he is, and burst into tears for putting himself on edge of death. John and Sunio breathe a sigh of relief, for Nobita are alright. Future Nobita, who was watching, has finally mustered up the courage to return to his timeline to marry Shizuka, realizing that him being by her side is what makes her happy. At the time machine, the two Nobita want to find out how they both got their name, Nobita Nobi, so Doraemon travels back to the past from where the day when Nobita came to Earth. When they all arrive, the room is extremely clean, including the walls and the floor revealing its red carpet. They go downstairs and see their father from the past, who is looking all worried. All rush to the hospital where Nobita is born. There Nobita's mom and dad are happy to welcome their son. Present and future Nobita see baby Nobita and say that he looks like a monkey, for which they get a scolding from Nobita's father. Then the baby is named Nobita. The meaning of the name was they want Nobita to be a good, talented, caring boy. Present and future Nobita say to their dad that he is not everything that they want, for which they are sent out of the hospital. Back at the hotel, they rush to the escalator and find their past selves running down on the other side. It's also revealed that the figure who saw them run away before was future Nobita, who has gotten his confidence back after visiting past. After that, both present and future Nobita go in their separate ways as the present Nobita and Doraemon wave at their future self. With real future Nobita returning to the wedding, it is also revealed that John has kept on singing his song. Finally, John stops at the right time. People at the wedding think that Nobita saved everyone from John's horrific tone, and they all start applauding. Shizuka is looking alright and isn't worried. Plus, the rain has stopped and the man opens the roof, revealing the rain lasted till afternoon. Future Nobita then starts making a long and emotional wedding speech about why his parents named him Nobita Nobi and how his parents raised him as a child, including his grandmother, who was always by his side. He told his parents and Mr. and Mrs. Minamoto that he will follow in their footsteps and promises Shizuka that he will make a happy family as their parents did, and Shizuka agrees with a small nod and a happy smile. With them holding hands, they're now officially husband and wife. The whole crowd applauds with happiness, also showing a tear from Nobita and Shizuka's parents and his friends. On the other side, Doraemon, Nobita, and his grandmother watch the wedding ceremony as his grandmother sheds an emotional tear, watching her grandson get married to Shizuka. Future Nobita, who saw this, was completely shocked after seeing Grandma. When Shizuka asks the reason for it, he says nothing. Shizuka looks in the direction where he was looking and finds Grandma there. Nobita's grandmother thanks present Nobita because she has finally fulfilled her wish, and the three leave the future using anywhere door. Future Tamako and Nobisuke almost saw them too. Shizuka figures out that Nobita from earlier was from the past, disguised as an adult with Doraemon's help before, and they put on their wedding rings gracefully. A drawn version of their wedding painting is shown, signed by Christiane Gouda, Jaiko, John's little sister. Back in the past, Nobita and his grandma talk about his future with Shizuka, with his grandma pointing out that Nobita has some strength and Shizuka chose him because she sees it in him. Nobita hugs her while Doraemon is listening in the corner of the wall and being emotional. Meanwhile, as Nobita and Doraemon were sitting on the time machine, while traveling back on autopilot, the forgetting stick that was left untouched beside them accidentally hits Nobita's head, making him forget all of the events that happened in the whole movie. Doraemon decides to keep it as the future has been set, even when Nobita keeps asking him as the film ends. Some lesser-known facts. A large portion of the story is also largely based on a short film, Doraemon, A Grandmother's Recollections, released in 2000. The movie is headed by two directors, Takashi Yamazaki and Ryuichi Yagi. Counting only the feature-length films and this latest entry, there have been over 40 Doraemon films since 1980. However, while the majority are in 2D animation, Only the two Stand By Me films are presented in a 3D art style.